Hey everyone, today is December 16th, 2023. So I want to share with you guys some new decodes in light of the recent event that just happened with Obama visiting a school and reading a children's book. I mean, I Pet Goat 2 is all about named after that book that George Bush read during 9/11. And now we see Obama reading a book to children in a classroom. And you see this school hall, it has the same black and white checkered floor as the image in the classroom scene in Pet Goat. So there's a lot of correlation here. Right here, this image, we see it says all about V. And I've been talking about the letter V in Obama and Pet Goat for a long time because the letter V falls down from Obama's forehead. And I said before, this video is multi-layered. One scene can mean multiple different things, and it already has. So V is the 22nd letter, so V could be for virus, or V could be for this word that gets your account banned. And virus and the vax in 2020. So 2020 is like the number 22 if you take away the zeros. Basically, I mean, they call it COVID-19, but it was, the 2020 virus really, because nobody knew about it until 2020. But we had George Floyd also being killed with 220 days remaining in the year. So George Floyd being African American and Obama as well, and that could be connecting to that. Also, something that hasn't happened yet, August 26, 22 days after Obama's birthday. So I'm looking at the next V date since this visit from Obama in the classroom, and that is December 22nd, because it's the next 22 date. And I found something very interesting with this. So, we had the Valentine's Day mass school shooting in 2018, and I already decoded this from Pet Goat. I decoded several mass school shootings and other mass shootings from just this classroom scene alone. Of course, we have the hearts representing Valentine's Day, the love backwards. But 223 weeks later, we had the Robb Elementary mass school shooting, and we see the connection with the 322 or 223 and Valentine's Day. So we have the 223 weeks after we had another mass school shooting. Now, what is 12/22? That happens to be 2,137 days, which is the 322nd prime. And also, what is next to Obama? It's the Hangman. And the Hangman tarot card is number 12 of 22 cards in the major arcana in the tarot deck. So, on December 22nd, 2017, guess what? The movie Hangman released. No coincidence. Now look what happened the same year, 2018, is the Valentine's Day mass school shooting, as the Hangman Day in the same year, 12/22. A tsunami from a volcanic eruption. Another word that starts with V, volcano. We had the Valentine's Day mass school shooting to the volcano. So we have the connection with the love and the Hangman in the same year. So here we have the connection with the 322, the love, and Hangman. It all connects. That's why I think they may be planning some type of event on the 22nd. It may be another school shooting, but we'll have to see. Even the Robb Elementary mass school shooting, which had a 322 connection, 223 weeks apart, happened in 2022 with 22 people killed. Now, another thing that I talked about before, The letters next to our hair are the number of injured and the number of killed. So we have the double Q, which is the 17th letter. Valentine's Day school shooting. 17 injured, 17 killed. Robb Elementary school shooting. 18 injured, 22 killed. R is the 18th letter. V is the 22nd letter. And even Sandy Hook happened with 17 days remaining in the year. So one event that didn't happen yet is a school shooting that injured 9 people and 13 killed, because I is the 9th letter and M is the 13th. And I mentioned before that the missing letters here from the word evolution would be UIO. Well, that happens to be the abbreviation for University of Oslo. And I find it interesting that the 22nd of December will be 12 years and 22 weeks after Oslo's worst mass shooting in history. So another date that I wanted to look at was Christmas. Obama walks into this classroom saying he's the skinny Santa, wearing the Santa hat, reading a book about Santa called Santa's Gotta Go. And I noticed that the address was 6938, which is meaningless, right? But I just wanted to go back 6,938 days from Christmas, and guess what? It lands on December 26, 2004, and that happened to be one of the worst natural disasters since I've been alive. Probably the worst one, because it killed over 200,000 people. That was that 2004 tsunami the day after Christmas. So I don't think there's a coincidence here. I don't know what kind of event might happen, but one of the possibilities could be a volcanic eruption, because we still have that Icelandic volcano eruption looming. I read the other day the ground is still rising and the threat for an eruption is still there. And on Christmas, we do have a numerology of 80. And volcanic eruption does equal 80, kind of like Mount St. Helens in 1980. And the scene is the thumbnail for iPet Goat too. And it's called Pieta. And Pieta is all about Mary mourning the death of Jesus Christ after he died on the cross. Well, it's kind of weird that they depict him as a child, because Jesus was not a child when he died on the cross. But it could be a reference to an event at Christmas time, Mary and Jesus the child or baby, because we do see in the background what looks like a nuclear explosion and a volcano, the ash coming down. So one more date that I want to talk about is January 3rd, because it's 22 days after Obama visited the classroom. And as I said before, the V on Obama's forehead has been significant, and we saw in the classroom it said all about V, which is the 22nd letter. And January 3rd happens to be the 22nd on the Hebrew and the Chinese calendar on the same day. But I also want to talk about New Year's Eve, and that could also relate to an event which happened at the movie Obama just made. He produced or something like that. Leave the World Behind, and it's all about a cyber attack. And I've had New Year's Eve marked down as one of the most concerning dates, probably the most concerning date of the year. And one of the possibilities I see is a cyber attack. But I'm not sure on that, but it is interesting that that movie just came out. And I've had that date marked down for a possible event. So we'll see what happens. And I'm also going to make a future video about New Year's Eve. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.